Hey Jack Squad, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. Gotta make it happen for yourself, guys. I'm coming to y'all tonight just because I'm anxious, I'm feeling good, I'm happy. You know, I got a little sad today because I'm tired of sitting in the house, y'all, but I'm scared, so I ain't moving all around like that, right? Y'all know that. I've been talking about that since the beginning. But anyway, I just had some energy tonight, probably because I have started a regimen of walking on the track. Now, I haven't exercised since the pandemic, and I really didn't exercise that much a year before that because I was getting ready to come down here. So I was working all the time. So I really, and when I decided I was moving, I cut off my membership to Planet Fitness and all that stuff. All I did was do the treadmill pretty much anyway. But anyway, I haven't really exercised in 2 years. That's too long. And then, by not moving around, not going anywhere, I'm just sitting in the house. Even though I didn't gain any weight, but it's unhealthy just to be sitting around, So now that the weather has broke up a little bit, I have been going to the track and walking a mile. And I'm going to increase it probably next week to a mile and a half. I'm going to increase it till I get to 2. But anyway, y'all, but that walk, y'all, because I ain't exercised in 2 years, had me tired. That little mile had me tired, right? So, because I had planned on yesterday uploading the video, child, I was tired. I was tired, y'all. But anyway, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk to y'all. And before I get started, let me shout out my subs. Okay, so this one has some initials and a number. So it's PSC for music, and May Paule Morris, and Tuggery Beckley. So I'm going to say that one more time. PSC for music, May Paule Morris, and Tuggery Beckley. All right? So if y'all know them, tell them I shouted them out. Everybody, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And just like the other day, guys, I would like for you, I know it's a lot of ads, but if you could just listen to one or two of them, just one. Just listen to a couple of ads, okay? Listen to a couple of ads for me. Tell all your friends. Share on your social medias. Let everybody know about Jackie with a Q. Okay? So today, y'all, I don't have no notes or nothing. I'm just talking straight from my heart and my head. Because I've been thinking, I had a lot of time to think about the topics and things I want to talk about. And one of my subscribers asked me, matter of fact, 2 of them, asked me to read an excerpt from my book. Well, I can't do that because the book is not finished. It's nowhere near finished, right? And when I finish it and get it published, I will read an excerpt or 2. Because I want you all to buy it. I want you all to enjoy it. I want you all to read it. I want you all to share it. But I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time, right? So I'm waiting on one of my kids to get rich so I can quit working and go and complete my book. Because my first agenda was get my YouTube channel up and running. So I've done that. I'm just trying to build it up now. And so I got another little ditty, something up. I always got something going on, right? So maybe in about 6 months I will be able to complete it. And then the task of publishing, probably self-publishing. But at any rate, you guys, I'm not going to read any excerpts, but I am going to give you nuggets and have a story time from time to time about adventures in the life of Jackie. Because I done had some hell of adventures, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here. I'm here because of God's grace and mercy. That's what I'm living on right now. Grace and mercy, right? I've been in a lot of jackpots and trick bags that I put myself in. And, I never allowed nobody. I always, whatever I did it to myself, right? And some of them funny. They funny now because it's over with. I went through it. Some of them not so funny. So, I got a few story times. I got some dating stories. I got all kind of stories to tell. I done lived for somebody without no money, I done lived a hell of a life, right? I got some adventures. And I'm still here. That's the point of it. All of it is I'm still here, because I could not be here, and I could have one eye, be on a cane, half a foot, teeth out. Even though my teeth is coming, my back teeth is out, but I don't look like all the stuff I've been through, right? And like I said, it's only God's grace and mercy. So today I got a little story time. And this story time is the time I had a little baby police chase. I was in a little baby police chase with myself, right? So now nobody knows this story. Maybe one of my sisters do, maybe, but she's probably forgotten it. This was a long time ago, right? And I'm letting out some secrets. And I hope that my brother ain't watching it, but it's long time ago. So anyway, there was a period in my life where me and my kids stayed with my mom and my siblings, right? I was grown, And, I ain't going to tell you go all the way back like that, but this is the time period, right? And this was probably, I don't even know if this was the early 90s. This might have been the latest 80s, 89. Could have been 90. I don't know. I don't think it was, though, right? And so, times is all the way different now. Because the shit I did, they killed me. So anyway, my brother had a spare set of keys tucked away in the china cabinet. Now, I hope his kids ain't watching. I ain't going to say which brother it is. I ain't going to say. But whoever had the keys in the china cabinet, they know who it is. But anyway, he had a set of keys tucked in the china cabinet, in a little look somewhere in the china cabinet, right? And for whatever reason, I wanted to go somewhere that required a ride. So at this time period, I didn't have a car because I had just went through some devastation with somebody I was with. All that story will be in the book. But anyway, I wanted to go wherever I wanted to go. I don't know where I wanted to go. I can't remember why or what for. Let me tell y'all something. I used to live in Don't Give a Fuck World. That's where I lived, in Don't Give a Fuck World, right? And when I think back on the stuff I used to do, be like, girl, right? But anyway, so I wanted to go wherever it is I wanted to go, right? And so evidently I went. Now I got drunk. Wherever I was at, I got good and high, right? Now I wasn't no alcoholic or nothing, y'all, but I drank. And let me tell y'all what I drank. I don't drink now. I ain't drinking a long time. What I drink now, what I drank then was Jack Daniels, straight. A little water on the side. Every bar I went in, they know what I want when I come through the door. Jack straight, little water on the side, right? So now, it take about 3 drinks. I'm high, I'm good, right? But anyway, I don't know where I went, and I went by myself. I was high, right? So now I'm on my way home. We sneak in the car back. To the destination, right? Now, it wasn't no garage. I think it's set in front of the house. Because it wasn't no garage. I think it's set in front of the house, right? So now, I'm on my way back. I don't know what I did. I want to say I went down a one way. I think that's what I did. Because I can't remember why they, no, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they got behind me, right? Anyway, I wasn't thinking, and I went down this one way, but I think I went the right way, but it was a heavily drugged street, right? And I was trying to dip away from it, and when I realized I was on the one way, that was going to end me back it was a circle one way. So it wasn't like I could go somewhere. It was going to lead me right back to where I was, right? So I went, I seen him. I'm dipping in, I'm maneuvering, right? I'm thinking I'm getting away with my dumb ass, right? Now, mind you, let me set this up. At the time, I worked for the city of Cleveland Municipal Court. That's the same people the police work for, right? So I had a municipal court, not a badge, but a thing, a badge. It was a badge, not a police badge, but it was And I don't think I had it with it. I don't remember if I had it with me or not, because it was late at night. I don't think I had it with me. I don't know. But anyway, I'm maneuvering, weaving. I'm thinking I'm on TV. I don't know who I thought I was, right? Child, when I got to the end of that, wherever I was maneuvering to, there's smoke police waiting for me, right? It was right there, just sitting there waiting on me, right? My dumb self, right? So they stopped me. Now I'm drunk. I am drunk, right? So I got to get myself together real quick. And, because they, it was the ones behind me. And then it was, when I finished whatever I was doing, they called Bob, and Bob was right there. They knew where I was going to end up, right? Now, this particular street, this whole area where I was at was a heavy drug area, right? We lived in the hood, so a lot of areas was heavily drugged. So this particular one was a bad street because they used to direct traffic on the street. The dudes who was getting money, but this was a heavy street. I don't even know why I went down that street, y'all. Because it was a street, I was right there. I don't know where I went. I didn't go far, but whatever. So I wanted to go, and I went. So they chased me. And I thought I got away. Because I didn't see him behind me no more. I was like, shit, what? Right? Child, when I got to the end of wherever I was at, they was sitting right there waiting on me. So they stopped me, right? Now, I can't remember if they didn't know my name because that wasn't my car. So I told them, that's what happened. I told them my name. Now, mind you, I'm drunk, y'all. I had to get it together. I can't be drunk, can't get no DUI. So, they asked me my name. And so then when they came up to me, I flipped it. When they came, I said, oh my God, oh my God, officer, what is going on? Right? I played white girl on them, right? So they said, you didn't see it? No, see you guys? Where were you guys at? They said, you didn't see us back? No, I didn't see you. I would stop for you guys, officer. Listen. So, I start talking before they start talking so much, right? I said, listen, I don't know what I did, whatever I did. I'm sorry. I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm with you guys. And I want to say I might have had my badge because I had my purse. I might have had my badge with me, right? Cleveland Municipal Court. I said, listen. This can't get out. I can't get in trouble. I got to be at work tomorrow. And I worked in the probation department. They don't know what I did. I wasn't a probation officer, but I probably made it sound like I was. But I was clerical staff. I wrote up the probation reports, right? Which was a very interesting job because you saw everybody's business. But so I played the role. Oh my God! I went all the way Becky on them. All the way Becky, right? I said, oh my God. And so they said, well, where are you going? Now, I knew some people, this area, I knew people everywhere, on every street, right? This particular house, I know they was all in that house sitting right there in the living room, ain't doing nothing, right? So, in that street, it was like over there, across the street, right? I said, listen, I'm going right down here. I don't know if it was 85th, 86th, I can't remember. 85th, I think it was. I said, I'm going right down here. And I'm going to my people's house, and I'm going to bed. I'm going right here, right there, right? And they said, you sure? Yes, I'm going right there. Now, mind you, I really don't fool with these folks. I know them good. They're my sister peoples. I know them good. But I was really ready to go home. After you've been drinking and kicking and doing, you ready to go home. Plus, I had to go to work. This is the middle of the week. I don't know what it was I thought I had to do. Because I used to do that. I did whatever I wanted to do. I told you I don't give a fuck where. So, finally I talked them down. But let me tell y'all something. In today's climate, what I did would have probably got me killed because when I got to the end, I want to say it was in the car. There was cars of them. It was cars of them, so I couldn't get past. And then once they got out, I want to say they drew pistols on me. I don't want to lie, but at the time I was so crazy and unafraid, it didn't faze me. All I knew I was going to get out of that shit, get home, go to bed, so I could go to work tomorrow. But there was a lot of them at the end, right? And I put my white girl on. I put my professional white girl on. They didn't ask me, they didn't search the car. They didn't ask me had I been drinking. I don't know what lie I told them. I definitely didn't tell them I'd been in no bar. They didn't ask me any of those questions because I immediately, like I said, went into white girl Becky mode, right? Professional. Oh my God, no. I just had to go, I don't know what I told them. And I said, I got to go to work tomorrow, guys. I can't be out here. I got to go to work. I got to go to work tomorrow. I just remember I kept saying that, and like I said, I don't know if I showed them my ID badge or if I just told them, and they might have ran. I don't know what they did, but child, let me tell you something. First of all, I was dead wrong. I was in my brother's car. I didn't even have no license back then. That was during the time I didn't have no license. I didn't have no license for about 20 years. For 20 years, I drove without license. Let me think. I didn't get licensed for the second time, till about, let's see. I don't even think I've had my license 20 years now. I didn't get licensed for a while, all right? For a while. I got licensed after I stopped drinking and stuff. So that was like 2000, let's see, 2006, somewhere around in there, 2007. That's when I got my license. I ain't had license I had them initially when I was 18 or whatever. I drove for years without license. Let me tell y'all something. I drove so long, I didn't drive the main street. See, in Cleveland is designed a little different. A lot of streets, the streets go up and down and across. It's easy to maneuver in Cleveland because streets are numbered. And a lot of streets take you from one part of town to the other, and a lot of the main streets lead you all downtown, so it was easy. And then you had back streets. It wasn't a lot of one ways. Like a lot of cities, like this city here I'm in, they don't have a lot of one ways, but they got a lot of barriers in the middle of the road. So if you go this way, you can't get back that way till you go all the way down, make a U-turn. Now you can't make a U-turn here. That was exciting when I moved here. I was like, oh, you can make U-turns? I remember my kids came out here. My daughter was like, Mom, I had to make a U-turn. I think you can do it. I said, yeah, you can. Now, we can't U-turn in Cleveland. But, Cleveland is just straight up and down. You got back streets. So I rode the back streets for years. Let me tell y'all something. When I finally rode on a main street, I was like, oh, they got this over here. Oh, they got that over there. The guy I was with used to call me Back Alley Jackie because I rode the back street. I didn't have a license for a long time. And one time I did get caught, and the officer, let me tell y'all something. I would ride 30-day tags for a year, for however long until they fell off, right? I remember one time I was riding my car, and the tags were so old, and the police officer stopped me. He's a black guy. When he stopped me, he said, now, Miss Mason, now you know better. And I said, yeah, well, I had to take my son to football practice. And that was the truth. We lived across town. We had moved across town. I had to get him to football practice. He was 9. He was 9. He was 9. He was young. He was 8 or 9. He was 9. I had to take him to football practice. And he said, I'm going to let you go home. I had a couple officers stop me like that. He said, I'm going to let you go home. Don't let me see you no more. I went right in front of the police station. On this day, for whatever reason, I didn't go the back way. I went right in front of the police station where he pulled right behind me, right? Black guy, he let me go. And he let me go, and I taught my son that day, I told him I couldn't get him, I don't know how he got home, and I taught him how to catch the bus, because it was just one bus to get from one side of town to the other, and then he could get off at his grandma's street and walk through to get to the football field. So I taught him how to do that. I remember another time the police stopped me. I had to go way far on the west side to get his football equipment. And police stopped me, and he was nice, white guy. And he said, listen, all the shit you got going on, I ain't even gonna do that to you. He said, just go straight home. He said, now I can't tell you what the next man gonna do when they stop you. He said, but I suggest you go home. And I was going home. I just had to go get his football stuff. I was a dedicated mother, still am, right? So, but the climate today, the stuff I did that day, them police chased me, they probably would have killed me. This is why I thank God every day, because I done did some stuff, y'all. I done did some stuff in my lifetime that I probably shouldn't be here, right? And I thank God about it every day that I am, right? And I'm all in one piece, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I could be missing a leg, missing an arm, missing an eye, missing teeth. It could be real bad, because I done been in a lot of stuff, I done been in the company of a lot of shit, right? And I'm not going to say I came through unscathed because just because I don't look like it. I got a lot of shit going on in my head, right? That I have to take control of all the time, every day. Every day I battle with myself. Not every day, but a lot of days. I battle with myself. It's a battle for one to do the right thing. That's a battle. And it's a battle to fight. Sitting in this house by myself, my friends call me all the time. My kids call me 5 times a day. My girlfriends call me. My cousins call me all the time. My phone, somebody always call me, right? And I love it, and we laugh and giggle all the time. But some days I can get a little bit depressed. That's why when my teeth was messed up, I couldn't even talk to y'all. See, now I got all this energy. I just got off the phone with a couple people. When I go back upstairs, I'll probably call my son. I just talked to my daughter. I'll probably call somebody else, or they go call me. My son gonna call me. So it's like I have to find something to do with my energy, which is what has been sustaining me during this pandemic because I'm a very sociable person. So sitting in this house, even though I got everything I want in here and it's all comfortable and all good, I'm still by myself. I'm human. And humans need to be around other humans. But anyway, ooh, that was strong. That ain't number cranberry juice, but it's strong. It's strong. Anyway, y'all, I just want to tell y'all about my little baby police chase that could have got me killed, and especially today's. If I'd have did that today, they would have. They would have opened fire on me. They'd have killed me. You know. So I thank God. You know, I thank God for a lot of things all the time, y'all. So I just want to get on here and give y'all a little kiki, a little giggle. Like I said, I can't read an excerpt because it's not complete. It ain't even probably 1/4 of the way. It ain't even, you know, it's not complete, and I just don't have the time. So from now, you know, from time to time, when I'm not talking about what's going on in the world and dating stories, I'll share little nuggets of my life, right? The little funny parts. But anyway, y'all, let me read my subs again. We got PSC4 Music, May Palais Morris, and Tuggery Beckley. Okay, those are my subs for today. Everybody, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch a few ads. What else? Stay safe, and thanks for watching Jackie with a Q. Bye bye.